Hello and welcome to Steve Knows. It's time for the weekly news updates, and today includes new game releases, new game updates, games coming soon, research breakthroughs, and hardware developments such as the version 77 update for the Quest 3. So I think that is enough chin wagging. Let's get started. So the Meta Quest is getting a completely new UI. This was mentioned at Connect 24 last year. Some public testing channel members will see this already. You'll get to enjoy what they're calling the Navigator. A full rollout should be coming over the coming months, so it's a slow one. I guess they don't want the issue with the battery saver happening again, where it caused performance problems for the Quest 3, and people were not happy. So what's the Navigator? The Navigator will allow you to overlay on top of your 2D or immersive applications with a translucent background, allowing you to launch any app from wherever you are, access system features via the menu without having to leave an experience. It's also going to let you pin up to 10 applications so your favorite apps can coexist in harmony. It's nice to have that because you have control over it. It also looks kind of swanky, rather modern, but it does seem heavily inspired by a competitor. You know, A is for Apple, B is for... Upload also reported on Meta running a test to convert Instagram photos into 3D imagery within the headset. So they're going to leverage the use of AI because they have an AI model over at Meta, and they want to take flat images and give them depth for VR. This is already a feature on competitor devices, so I'm not surprised about this step, but it's a huge step when you think about Instagram. The owners of the photo network are going to be applying this feature. That is a huge, huge step. There are some other updates in version 77 as well, such as the ability for panels to follow you, to stalk you. So panels can be anchored in a position that's relative to you instead of relative to the environment that you were in. So if I set a panel up on the wall here, and then I walk into another room, this panel's still going to exist here. With this new feature, it will follow me, and it will still be in that position relative to me. You have the ability to turn on or off spatial audio in the audio settings. But if you like immersion, if you like being lost in your games, keep spatial audio on. It's so helpful for positioning, especially in multiplayer experiences. Just, what was that noise? If you don't have spatial audio, I heard something, but there, I don't know. We also have low energy audio. It's now supported for Bluetooth connectivity. Bluetooth audio on Quest has never been a strong suit. At least for myself, I just don't and wouldn't use it. They also have a new button for Meta AI, which I don't have this in the UK, so I actually couldn't give a monkey's. Probably a good thing. Wow, a new button. Wow, crazy. Now on to some exciting news. We have lots of new game announcements, lots of games coming soon, lots of games that have just dropped, and they are bloody interesting. The first is Into the Darkness, not to be confused with the 360 game. This is an upcoming physics-based VR action-adventure title developed by 9 Lives and Cosmos Games. Set to launch in early access next week on Steam, May 29th, and it should cost you around $20, which is around £15. So you play the role as Agent Frank, tasked with infiltrating a secret facility known as AARC. AARC. The gameplay gives me a bit of hope. I always rave about robo recall mechanics and how good they were. So it's great to see the ability to tear limbs off in this game. It gets me excited. I may have some evil tendencies. Leveraging tools like the gravity warping gloves, a hacking device, and the early access version, though, pre-warned, does have around half the expected content of the campaign and a sandbox mode. Of course, the developers will add mini games and arcade mode, extend the story, collectibles, but at the moment it's in early access. We also have Mecha Force, developed by Ming Studios. This is a new game that was launched on the Quest and the PC platform. This is a anime-inspired roguelike. I know some people are sick and tired of this genre. I'm actually a fan of them. It's a style that I grew up with, so I think any roguelike, I've got a bit of nostalgia. I'm addicted to frustration. So you'll pilot the formidable mech Kylin. Since this is the game's full release, it does have additional content over the early access version, which includes a female protagonist, 40 equipment items, rebalanced stages, improved AI, and new ultimate skills. While the Quest version is confirmed to be a complete experience, the Steam version is still reporting that it's in early access, so be warned if you're buying the PC version. I don't know if that is a full access experience and they just haven't updated it or not. Calling my horror fans. Actually, please comment down below your favorite horror character. My obsession is Chucky, and for some reason I really loved Megan. Megan to me. I think I probably just like dolls. I'm learning a lot about myself in this video if you haven't noticed. So this is a Blumhouse horror universe, a new immersive experience set in Horizon Worlds, developed in partnership with Blumhouse Productions, so it's an official world. It's bringing to life iconic horror franchises such as Megan, The Purge, The Black Phone, and the latest release, The Wolfman. The main experience of this world is a multiplayer experience called Survival Lockdown. In it, you'll assume the role of a survivor searching for keycards so you can escape, while somebody else embodying one of these villains and trying to hunt you down and take you out. Be warned, if you get scared, maybe don't visit it. Dare I say it, I'm actually being drawn into a Horizon Worlds experience. They've done it! They've done it. They're drawing me in. Save yourself, guys. I also love motorbike games, and V-Rider took my heart with its full throttle motorbike engines, having a GSXR that I could just go, Rrr! I loved it. So we have a new game now called V-Racer Hoverbike, developed by Vertex Breakers, a very high-speed VR racing game, so try not to get sick. Oh, or do you? They've implemented something interesting here. This is set to launch on MetaQuest on June 12th, priced around $30, featuring 30 tracks, multiple game modes like time trials, combat races, endless mode, free-to-play, survivor mode. Basically, they're all racing, just different versions of racing. But the game implements something called body-based chest leaning, which is an intuitive system that is supposed to get rid of motion sickness, where you lean your body in order to move, and it supports cross-platform play if you're interested. Now, one of VR's most loved VR survival titles getting its sequel into the Radius 2 on MetaQuest. It's available right now in early access on Quest. This is a VR survival shooter, immersing you in perilous worlds like the Pershkot security zone. Gosh, did I just say that? Did I just butcher that? Cooperative gameplay, and the Quest version actually doesn't have everything the PC version has at the moment, such as you won't have the outskirt location, no distortion zones, and as I said, there's no cross-platform play yet between the two either. But the Quest version will include like the Ghost Town update, customizable chest rigs, proximity voice chat in cooperative mode, and the new weapon attachments as well. So there still is content there, just not everything as it's early access. There is also a code going around where you can save 15% on this purchase, which I'll put on screen right now. You can use this code. It's ITR2EA-501. There's a crazy code. They could have made that a lot easier, but this is going to work until June the 9th, making the game around £27 or $35. We also have Syberia VR. This is a VR adaptation now of a classic, I can't believe I said classic for 2002, a point-and-click experience adventure game reimagined now for virtual reality on the Quest 3. So this has been announced alongside the Syberia remaster, but a VR edition of the game that they said have been developed from the ground up. They always say that, but good, because we've seen VR games not built from the ground up, and they come out rather shocking. I will not name names, but we have no trailers, we have no screenshots, we don't have anything. But we can expect the experience to be released later this year, aligning with the release of the console remasters. So hopefully something soon pops up. I have sad news now for those that love rotting flesh. Zombie Army VR is now launching June 12th. A short departure from its original release of May 22nd, the studio said this additional time will allow us to deliver the best possible experience for you. We apologize for the delay and appreciate your patience. I wonder if they heard the feedback about the fact the scope was an overlay and we were not happy, and they thought, gosh, we got to change that. We're going to get taught a new one. We need to change that. I'm sad, I really want to play this game, but obviously I want to play a game that's fun to play. Now, and finally, something kind of interesting. VR has been heavily researched at Stanford University, and old research from the last 30 years has been collated into bite-sized chunks for us to understand the common themes and what useful information has been extracted from all of that research. And there are apparently 5 key learnings for us as consumers to take away from it. Please let me know if this is something you probably knew already. So the first, choose a headset with a specific purpose in mind. Workout training applications have been particularly useful, so pick a headset that fits the use case, obviously. VR apps that place users in avatars can influence one's self-attitudes and behaviors over time. That's my favorite finding. It kind of goes along with the saying, dress for who you want to be. I want to be a waifu. Well then, boot up VR chat. Next is 2D content can be more effective than VR for school children, depending on the curriculum. That one is interesting. So we're always like, VR, amazing, helpful for learning. But it turns out, if you're a child, 3D is not good for you. The next is understand the privacy risks around VR by reading the user agreement and remembering the device has many external facing cameras. That sounds a bit like a warning that I'm sure we already knew Meta are watching. Apps that require accurate movements may be challenging depending on the headset model, so I don't get it. Pretty crazy that this is the information that's been summarized over 30 years of research for consumers, and it's all information that pretty much anyone could have guessed, common sense, as well as those in the veteran community already understood. But at least we have evidence to back us now rather than anecdotal comments. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you for watching to the end of the video. Please hit subscribe. It helps me out massively. I hope there was something here for you to get excited about. We have a lot of cool games to look forward to. Hopefully, I'll see you guys next time. But if not, more importantly, have a great week. Happy gaming. Good day!